So Monday is the new official Nippon Q day, and we're filming in here because it's really cold out there. I gave a presentation on YouTube and vlogging in Japan. I get a lot of messages from people who are thinking of starting a vlog or have already started and they want advice on cameras and editing and such. So I'm gonna answer all those questions right here and now. Today is a lesson on how to be a Jvlogger, which is, I think there's a big illusion on what it takes to be a vlogger. I mean, people are always shocked when they find out I don't own a Mac or a fancy Canon camera with external microphones and lights. The truth is, you don't need those things to be a vlogger. All you really need to put up videos on YouTube is a YouTube account, a camera of some sort like a webcam, and absolutely no shame. A lot of people don't vlog because they don't like seeing themselves on camera and they're afraid of what the haters might say. And I'm not gonna say it's stupid to be afraid and you shouldn't worry about what other people think about you. Because as a human being, what other people say can really hurt. Y'all know I've had my fair share of haters. I don't remember searching for a documentary on whale. Oh my god, it's Shrek. Ugh, I'm so sick of fat, ugly chicks on the internet. Yeah, those comments will always stick with me. But you know what? That's the internet. There are those people who are gonna be there, but there's also the people who are going to support you. Alright, less thanks, more info. I think every YouTuber I know has been asked the question, what camera do you use? I use a Sony Vloggy. It's small, it's cheap, and easy to use. It's not the best vlogging camera, but it does what I want it to do. Then people like to ask what editing software we use. I currently use Roxio NXT Pro, but back in the day, I was on the Windows Live Movie Maker, people, and I have no shame in admitting that. Honestly, any vlogger will cringe at the name Windows Live Movie Maker because it's just awful, but it's really good for people starting out who don't know what editing is like. What is editing like? It's a picnic in the park on a nice summer day with the rainbows in the skies and 100 street performers all singing a musical number in unison with fireworks and streamers and sparkles. It's frustrating as hell. You need a lot of patience to do editing because it's as tedious as flossing, but in the end it pays off. Now I'm going to tell you some pet peeves I have with YouTube videos, and if you're just starting out, I would highly advise trying to not do these things. A lot of what I learned about vlogging actually came from the Vlog Brother, DFTB, and a lot of my style came from watching other vloggers. So you need to try to find a style that works for you while following these tips. If you want your style to look anything like mine with a lot of jump cut, where I'm saying one thing over here, and now I'm over here, make sure to edit out your ums and cut off your s's. Don't cut off the s completely, obviously, but s's are the devil on YouTube, and they take so long to say them. So if you can, cut down your S to 1 frame. That's all you need. We get that you're saying an S. Now, if you're thinking you don't want to do a lot of editing, that's fine. Just try not to go on and on and on and on with lots of long spaces where you're thinking of what to say next. And this is one of my greatest pet peeves because there are a lot of people who do this and it makes the video so boring. Figure out what you want to say before you turn the camera on, okay? I'm not saying you have to write a script, but maybe a few notes on your hand or your phone might help make your video shorter and smoother. I'm not the queen of vlogging, by the way. All these rules, I need to follow them too. Sometimes I don't obey them, but when I watch videos, this is what bothers me, okay? Then there is video timing, and I really have no right to speak on this because I break this rule all the time. Hank Green has a video about proper YouTube etiquette, and he tells us that a good YouTube video is pretty much 5 minutes or less because YouTube attention span is very short. My videos usually average around 7 to 9 minutes, but I try to make them as comedic as possible with zero silence unless it's for comedic effect. Now those are rules for all on YouTube, and there are some other rules that I think you should know to follow, especially if you're going to be here on the JET program. If you are a JET and a vlogger, no, you cannot put up stuff of your students or your coworkers unless you have their permission from their parents. Also be wary of what kind of videos you're putting up. If you do a video about you going out to a bar and drinking and some not so great things happen, I would suggest not putting that video up on YouTube or Facebook. Just be professional, okay? Also be careful about your background music if you're gonna use any. Find royalty-free stuff. Even filming in a car with the radio on can get you flagged. So I'm putting a bunch of websites where you can get royalty-free music down in the description below. I'm not going to go into the whole copyright thing. You can read that on YouTube yourself. It's very long, I know, but read it. So that's all the advice I have for you on becoming a Jvlogger. Before we go, I wanted to do a few shout-outs to Jvloggers that I think need more views. These guys aren't really well known yet. Not that I'm really well known either, but I like to pretend that I am. First up is Karenzi. She's got a really great style. It's very humorous, and I really like listening to her talk and all the random stuff she throws in the middle of her talking. And there's my buddy Crab in Japan, and he has a great segment called Things I Turn Into Poop, which is a food one, obviously. I actually met him for the first time face to face in the YouTube meetup. Like, we've known each other on YouTube a little bit, but we finally met at the YouTube meetup. Another person I met at the YouTube meetup and kind of knew ahead of time as well is One OK Usagi, and she does a lot of adventure videos. A very new YouTuber is Naruto in Japan, and she does a lot of art and manga work. She also does commission stuff. I think you can contact her for a commission and she'll draw you stuff. And there is Sakura Jin, and he does a lot of hangouts, and he does these really cool overall montage-y kind of videos of Japan. Also, it's just really fun to listen to him talk because he's from the UK. And finally, I think I've mentioned my friend Adrian before, but he's going to start a vlog very soon. Nothing's on his channel yet, but he's going to start vlogging, and he's gonna be really funny. So that's everybody I wanted to mention who need more subscribers. And I just wanted to thank you all for being my subscribers. You guys are awesome and wonderful, and I just wanted to say that I love you. Unless you're not subscribed yet, then I don't love you yet. You can change that by subscribing. There's also levels of how much I love you depending on if you've liked me on Facebook or are following me on Tumblr and Twitter and you. Not to be all high and mighty, but the more that you stalk me, the greater love I have for you. No pressure though. Links below. I'll see you next time, cuties. Bye! Now, if you're not going to do a lot of jump cuts and you... Jump cups. Now, those are the rules. Now, those are your... Follow me. Follow me.